Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and I am a living Christ. Today, my message for you is the death of the New World Order and the birth of a New World Consciousness. Yesterday, an historic event took place when the British people found their power in standing up to their satanically ruled government and asserted their will by their collective action to leave the European Union. They seemingly broke their link which would confine them to further and more intrusive enslavement to the New World Order. Since the beginning of time, civilized people have been kept prisoners of their own intellects under the yoke of satanic rule issued forth by satanic elitists and their intellectual mind manipulators, who through myth, mysticism, force, and fear have coercively imprisoned them through the illusions of words. That is the nature of satanic mind control, as it is implemented through the fictional institutions of government and religions. This spiritual malady emerged with man's fall from grace, when he succumbed to the temptations of his own satanic intellect, and thus abandoned holistic truth for a fictional world of belief. He chose to abandon the wholeness of truth for the fictional fragmentation of the illusory idea of truth. In that moment, that eternal moment of now, man chose the after moment of thought as his reality, and thus became civilized, and suffers that malady that began at the dawn of civilization and continues to the present day. Man abandoned his ability to create his own world when doubt and fear were instilled into his consciousness, and the fictional reality of hell on earth was born as civilization. You have all been duped. You continue to support such hellish tyranny because you have not fully understood your own true powers as sovereign co-creators of your life. As long as one illusory concept contained only in the intellect and nowhere else can be substituted for another, you, all of you, who make up the legion of intellectually driven living dead, are merely being counter-conditioned to a new illusion. It's like rearranging furniture in a room, neither adding nor detracting, which only leads to the appearance of freshness and newness, but clearly remains the same. That is the cyclical nature of fictional cultures which are created by satanically controlled blind believers. You For most of you listening to this, you don't have a clue of the deeper meaning of what I have just said. For you have been trained through lifelong satanically induced conditioning to react to such superficial changes which never liberate you from your life of despair and hope, as you continue to support the institutions which enslave you, body, mind, and soul. God is energy. Life is energy. Truth is energy. You are energy. All is energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It merely changes in its appearance through a fictional matrix of an alternative time-bound reality that you create as your lives. It is then that, as an eternal being, you create the illusion of birth and death, a mere play of energy which amounts to allowing the immortal to create the illusion of mortality. You, in your spiritual ignorance, have created your own hell on earth. You have created civilization. The thought of energy is not energy, but at the level of fictional creations, it appears to be so. You spend your lives rearranging the furniture in your fictional room, and you marvel at the appearance of temporal change, not being aware that it was you who created the fictional appearance, which brought no real fundamental change to your present perceived illusion of enslavement. I recognize that for most of you, this is over your heads. For you have been trained to confine yourselves to the limitedness of your own intellectual conditioning. You have sold your souls for the promise of illusory security. If the energy of my statements should pique your interest, your attention, you then are ready for truth. I suggest you visit my websites, arkenterprises.com, lisarayenterprises.com, and arkenterprises.com/index.html gospel with a capital G. Expose yourself to your true selves, and let us make real change in our world. It is a simple step, yet it is for most of you a fearful step, for you have been trained to be codependent upon others to do your thinking for you, to take responsibility for your life. You seek a savior to take you out of your misery, your doubt, your fear. There is no savior. There never has been. That's a fiction. If you're looking for a savior, it is yourselves. Be quiet. Enter into the unknown realm of infinite intelligence, the subconscious mind, for that is where God reigns supreme, intelligence reigns supreme, and you are that. Do that, and change is but a blink of the eye. Thank you for your attention.